Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So, YouTube decided to be YouTube and start a second stream at the same time, which is rather annoying. So yes, this is the proper stream. So hopefully people will find that one out. Today we are going to indeed be playing something rather different, and I'm looking forward to presenting that. So 2 seconds. There we go. So, I'm going to blame Mr. Mind Messing, Mr. Major Problem, for putting it in my head to go ahead and pick up Japan 45, a John Tiller's game. It is actually one of the Panther campaign games. Really rather interesting. I was playing through it last night, actually playing through the actual getting started scenario. And it is pretty fun. It is actually pretty, well, it's interesting. I very much like the setting. Of course it takes place. I can actually read the setting here. Let me find it. Okay, so, with the capture of Okinawa and the Philippines in 1945, the Allies had captured important territory in the Western Pacific from which to base air, sea and land assets, with which to engage in an invasion of the Japanese main islands. They called the entire project Operation Downfall, and the first part of this colossal undertaking was called Operation Olympic. The goal of Olympic was to capture airfields and ports in the southern half of the island of Kyushu, from which they could use for the next phase of Downfall, which was called Operation Coronet, the invasion of the island of Honshu. So, we are indeed to be going ahead here. Now, Japan 45, Operation Olympic, gives the players the options of landing sites, reinforcement routes, and more in over 40 scenarios. There are 5 large campaign scenarios, and 1 super large scenario that allows the player to fight for control of the entire island. The Japanese make their entrance to the Panther campaign series for the first time. There we go, with over 70 different types of units coming in the order of battle. Looking forward to it. Yeah, indeed. How you doing there, Mark? Yeah, I mean, this is it. I need to vary things up. I've got kind of stuck in a rut, haven't I, by just doing the same sort of stuff. So what we're going to do here, then, is I'm going to be rather intrigued, actually. So I think what we'll do, then, is look at the super scenario just to begin with. We're not going to play it, most because I would like to live. Okay. So we're going to try and figure out which is the large scenario, just to take a look at it, really. That's what I want to see. Let's see, is it this one? Operation Layout. Layout view of all units in the Olympic. Okay. So let's see. Size small, so that's small then it seems. Right, this is a head-to-head. Operation Olympic campaign. Head-to-head here. Size, campaign, location. Okay, so Southern Kyushu and Japan itself. So this one is... This version of the campaign includes the full map of Kyushu and is for those that want a total experience. It is much longer than a standard campaign scenario and includes additional formations that the Allies would have needed in order to take the entire island. Included in the scenario are the 11th Airborne, 13th Armored Division and the entire French Expeditionary Forces with their naval units. So we are not going to be playing this scenario here today, mostly because I do not simply have the time. This is 285 turns, the scenario. But I wanted to take a look at it just to see how it really looks, to be honest. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this. Right then. So, okay, this is going to be rather large. Safe to say. I can't even zoom out enough here. So, this is the mega campaign. Let me remember now. How do we get to the map? Let's see. Full screen jump map. Here we go. Yep. So, this is the mega scenario here. So this is a campaign that would be for the entire island of Kyushu. So we do actually have a number of, well, operations here to begin with. So as you can see, we do have a landings over here. Now obviously we can go into the different views. I'd have to see if we have city names on here. Should have the names on. I might have actually turned an option off by mistake. Yeah, should have names over here. That might be an option, but I could change here. Units off, unit base. Let's see. So that's a broken rail line map. I'm not terribly familiar with these games, so do forgive me. Units. Oh, okay. Off. Bases, there we go. Yep. Play the mega. God damn it, Seraph. Okay. I had to turn that off. My god, that was annoying. How you doing, man, Justin? We're just taking a look at a new game, actually, that I decided to pick up. Might be doing a play-by-email of this one in the near future as well. I was trying to figure out where the city names... I'll press shift for the names. Oh, thank you so very much there. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much for Stars. Much appreciated, my friend. We have a veteran there. Yeah, thank you very much there, Shattered Sword. So you can see here that we do have Chevrolet Beach, we have Chrysler Beach over here, Court Beach over here as well. So of course this being the mega campaign, but there are obviously other beaches over here. So for example, if we were to take a look at the Arrive dialogue, you can see that there are multiple units over here. So these units, you can see the hexes of which they'd arrive. I believe you could actually have them land at different locations, for example. We'll take a look at the other locations here, but you can just see the sheer scale of the fighting over here. So let's see. Do we see any names? Okay, so we see Nagasato. Right, okay. Yeah, Kagoshima. And down here then. There we go. So you can just see the sheer scale of the mega scenario here. It is impressive, to be honest. And you can imagine that each one of these hexes would be a hex that would probably have to be fought for. So obviously Kyushu over here. Let's see, we should see Nagasaki then to the north over here. It would be rather interesting to see how Nagasaki is presented, actually. So Nagasaki would be Saga, Fukuoka. Let's see, Nagasaki should be around here. Actually, Nagasaki may be slightly off. I believe Nagasaki's in this area. Ah, here we go. There's Nagasaki. So we'll go ahead and take a look at Nagasaki over here. So see, Nagasaki isn't as large as you would imagine, but it's still pretty large. But yeah, you can imagine. So imagine the fighting for Nagasaki. That would be rather incredible. So there we go. That is a look at the mega campaign. I do also have France 17 actually that I need to play in the near future. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at another scenario to begin with, just to get into the actual game here. So we're going to click no. Okay, just okay. Right, new. Okay, let's see, open. Right, actually what I'm going to do here then is relaunch the game, because I'm not too familiar with how to control the UI as such yet. Yep, Japan 45, Operation Olympic. Okay, so let's see here then. Scenario briefing. So I played the started scenario over here. It might be worthwhile to go through the getting started scenario. I think we'll go through that one. It's only 15 turns. I may not actually play the entire thing, but we're going to go through it just to get an idea of how to actually play here. Your primary goal will be to take the final objective, so radar installation without incurring significant losses. So the scenario briefing over here. The initial lands on Tanegashima had gone well, but defenders had stubbornly resisted, and it wasn't until the day following the invasion that the US forces were in a position to target the radar installation at the southern end of the island. So there we go. Do forgive me for the bit of a jumbled beginning here. Couldn't get the stream to work immediately. So here we go, we have Japan 45. Perhaps not the prettiest of games, but really, it's something very different. There's not many games out there that present something of this scope, really. Or even really set in. But we'll take a look over here then at what we have. I believe there might be a option here to see the order of battle. I can't remember how one sees it. Let's see. Victory objectives. Let's see. So those are our objectives over here. Okay. Strength, perhaps. Right, okay. So I'm not entirely sure if this is the proper way to look at the order of battle. No mega game. We'll have to work up to that one. So you can see that these units aren't present. This might actually be the total strength in the area. Oh no, this is the strength that we have here then. So we have the Allied Forces Pacific, so we have 1,530 men, 13 guns, 12 vehicles, 240 planes and 8 ships. The 1st Corps is not present, the 11th Corps not present, the 5th Marine Corps is not present. My Roman numerology isn't as brilliant as I would like. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure which one that is, might be 9, but I'm probably incorrect on that one. I'm definitely incorrect on that one. There we go, so this is the force that we have right now. So, let's see. So we have the 158th Regimental Combat Team. Yep, there we go, that's what we have here to begin with today. So within the 158th Regimental Combat Team and attached support, you can see that we have the 1st Infantry Battalion, 2nd, 3rd there, the 158th Attached Tank Company over here, which is 12 vehicles, and then the Naval Support over here. Now, we do have quite a lot of airborne support, which is very nice. But what we need to do here then is actually try to just take a look at the actual objectives. So you can see we do have a radar installation over here. We do have Shimama over here as well. Hirota, Hamada, Sakai, Kaminaka. Takasaki. Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there's a hotkey to actually highlight terrain, but we can take a look over here. Oh, it's 9! Oh, wow! Top form or what? I mean, I was like, I think it's 9, but I'm not entirely sure. I thought, you know what, I'm going out on a limb here, and wow. Didn't think I would be right there. That's really awesome. Thank you very much for confirming that. That's made my day immeasurably better to steal that from Serif. Okay. But we can see over here then, so we do have forest, we do have broken. So I imagine broken terrain would be potentially rough terrain, perhaps like rocks or something of that nature. But terrain that's not open, it is somewhat broken up. So potentially we could imagine obstacles. I'm going to assume that these are rocks over here. So just in general not good terrain. We do have forest over here. I'm not entirely sure how these modifiers actually work as of yet. Still getting used to that. We do have the fields over here, but these fields are not fields as you would imagine. These are rice paddies. And from what I have been, well, what I can imagine, I do not think this would be nice for us to be in, really. I don't imagine armor would have a good time in these areas over here, so I think I will try to potentially avoid them, perhaps. At least until I potentially understand them. I do wonder if this might indicate cover, perhaps? 30%, 20%, possibly. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is just remove the units for the time being. So we do have our radar installation as the main objective over here. There is also a coastal defense gun over here as well that's going to be firing against our naval support at Shimama. It may be worthwhile to try and take that out potentially early enough. There are some structures over here as well. There is the village over here to the north. Strange that it's not named actually, nor is that one there. So, as we can see over here, we do have the road. I believe units do, of course, move fast along roads. That would make sense. But you can see here that we do have the road going down. What I'm going to do is actually, I could probably bring up my drawing tool. That'll probably make things a little bit easier as well to explain. So, let's wait for that to come up. There we go. Right. So what I'm thinking here then is potentially, let's go for a nice red. So of course we're going to enter this way. We do have something at crossroads over here then. So we do have multiple vectors of advance. We do have forces over here as well. I don't think I'm not entirely sure if we want to move along this area over here. It might be worthwhile to have the infantry move through this area. Potentially have the armor move this way. I'm not entirely sure how armor functions in the rice paddies as such, or the rice fields as of yet. Now, this area is broken ground over here, which is pretty good defensive terrain for the enemies over here. So I suppose in some ways it may be worthwhile for us to concentrate our efforts down this way towards the potentially more open areas, but it's hard to say really. I don't think the terrain is particularly great in most directions, though this is mostly forest. It's going to be interesting. I mean, this area over here is a little bit clearer over here where the rice paddies are, so it might be worthwhile to potentially push on this area. But then again, if I push here, there's no objective to take over this area, so it might be worthwhile just concentrate our efforts just potentially along the center line over here, so potentially move our way through here, move along this roadway to there. We could then open this road up as well and move down to this area. Potentially move up there. So that's something to consider. I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out as we go, really. I have played through the scenario, but who knows, I might play a second time around. So we do have air assets to play with. I'm not entirely sure which aircraft are the best for the job as of yet, so it's going to take some time to get used to it. So we do see that there's a Japanese unit over here. We don't really have any information about it. Supposedly it is 3 X's over there, so I think it would be a unit of greater strength. We only have 2 X's over here, so that might indicate the level of strength of this unit. You can see that's in forest. I think the forest might be a cover modifier, perhaps. But we don't know what the state of this actual unit is. So you can see that we do have the 1st company of the 158th Regimental Combat Team there. So we have 173 men. The morale is B. I'm going to have to go ahead and read into how morale system works again. You can see they do have 40 fatigue. I believe each turn in this game is 2 hours or so. I might be wrong about one. We do have the 1st tank platoon, so that's 4 vehicles over here. We do have the 3rd tank platoon, which is 4 vehicles, and we have the 2nd tank platoon. So we have 12 vehicles in total then. I can imagine these to be Shermans. You can see that we do have... Now, if I get rid of the units again... Yeah, there's no joining road here, or joining road, I should say. I'm playing the Allied forces, actually, this time around. Playing the Allies. So, it might be worthwhile to send the second armoured platoon along this way. But it might even be worthwhile to take the actual armoured platoon over this way and have it sent back this way. I think we'll see. We'll see what sort of resistance we encounter and go from there, really. It depends on the strength of these units. But let's take a look. I'm not... So they're in broken terrain, okay. In some ways we could try to isolate them and forget about them, but I'm not entirely sure if that is the wise idea. Rough terrain over there we have... Right, so this is forest, that's clear terrain. There is an elevation. God, I don't know why I was saying that wrong. X to X means that unit is from 10 to 99 soldiers. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So this unit is over 100 soldiers then. Well, over 99 soldiers then. And this unit is as well. Whereas these units over here are weaker. So that's very good to know there. And that's a smaller unit. So it might be that we potentially look to avoid this unit over here and move along this road, which might be worthwhile doing so. We could potentially move through the forest over here. I'm not entirely sure how that affects the fatigue level of these units, but it might be worthwhile doing. So what I'm going to do then is double-click to select this unit. Now you kind of have to drag these units to get them to move. So we're going to move there. They do not spot a unit. Their fatigue's still 40, which is good to know. What I'm going to do then is have you selected over here to move over here. You can see that uses their movement up completely. So we have 173 men there, supported by 4 vehicles. That's good. Right, okay, so have the regimental combat team over here. Now, elevation is 100 meters there. We have elevation 100 as well. Visibility is 5 kilometers from that point over there, 5 kilometers over here as well. Most of that elevation is quite handy. You can see over the island here. For the most part, I'd imagine. Okay. So, it probably is worthwhile to have a decent amount of the combat regiment, well, regimental combat team, potentially over this way. But I could always reinforce the 3rd tank platoon and the 1st over here. So that is C company. That's A company, B company. We have E company, F company, and G company. That's very nice. We also do have the 158th cannon over here. And our regimental combat team headquarters over here, so 84 men in here. Okay, that's good to know. Very, very good. So what I may do then is actually take the A company, but then that does leave these men somewhat under strength, perhaps. What I'm going to do then is actually have them move through the forest over here as well. I'm going to have them link up with the 1st tank platoon and the B company over here. So we'll have A and B company work together to take the objective over here at Shimama. So that will actually negate, well, that will neutralize the coastal defense gun over here then, which will be quite good. So, with that in mind, we may want to look at avoiding this unit over here. I think I do have some reinforcements. Yes, I do have L company over here that arrives in the 1st turn. So we're going to have L company arrive. So they're in transport mode over here. So triple X means 100 to 999. Wow, that's impressive. So you can see their movement, well, travel mode, so they can move a little bit faster. More efficient, I suppose you could say. So what I'll do then is potentially have that unit moved up this way to potentially keep these units in check, or potentially just gives another option here to move them around. These fellows over here. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there are any other units in this area. There might be. So... I don't know if it's worth moving the armor through here. That is my worry. I don't know if he's going to be shooting myself in the foot. I don't know if it's as bad as I imagine it would be. I could always have the armor move around here, but that is going to take time. What I'll do then is move up the regimental combat team. Nobody encountered. I think what I need to avoid doing then is going into the rice paddies directly. At least there's a road over here for us to move over, which might give us the ability to move a little bit easier. What I'm going to do then is move you forward over to this position here. E company moving up. F company is going to join G company over here then as well. I'm not sure how it works with the armor, but I suppose I could have the armor move up and then have it... My worry is about this position here, but I could suppress it with the 2 companies over here that move the armor. The armor just works as obviously support, doesn't it, for the most part? I think I might feel more comfortable moving this way. So what I'm going to do then is actually place you into movement mode, so travel mode. Have you move this way. You can't move any further, so that is your turn there. So what we'll do then is have the second tank platoon move up to support E Company, and at least they can operate a little bit better in this area over here. It might be worthwhile for us to move towards the brush, perhaps, and then move in to engage these forces over here. They are weaker, so it might be worthwhile to try to open this road up and then move around behind their flanks, and try to cut them off, really. Okay, what I'm going to do then is move C Company. Right, so we do encounter a enemy formation. So the Japanese defenders of the island here are part of the 57th Army. So what I'll do then is move you up. Right, we do take some fire. I think we had 3 men lost there, actually, I'm not entirely sure. So let's see. Victory. So we lose 1 man here then. So you can see 1 has been lost. We can see the outcome here to begin with. So that would be all of our forces that really matter for the most part. We still have our guns over here to move. Those forces have been moved as well. Okay. Right, so now what we can look towards is using our air power, perhaps. I don't need to worry about this force over here for the most part. I could try to weaken these forces over here. We do have this unit over here. It might be worthwhile to try and weaken this unit. The only issue is this unit's going to become a problem when I move through this area. And if I move this way, I'm going to be encountering issues over here as well. So it looks like the problems arise from this formation over here. So it could be worthwhile to potentially concentrate air power against the company that is of greater strength. But I don't really have much in the way of information about these units as of yet. This unit over here, okay, so it's entrenched, which makes it a little bit harder to manage there. Hard to say, maybe worthwhile, but then again, with them being entrenched, it is a tough nut to crack, isn't it, really? It's not exactly made to be taken easily. It might be worth... No, I don't think it's worth bombarding as such. So let's see, there's forest, there's the broken train over here, forest. These guys are in the clear over here. It may be worthwhile to use the air power against these units in the clear, perhaps. We'll see how that happens. Well, how that works. So we do have... Yeah, so napalm might be worthwhile against targets like this in trenches, perhaps. Not super sure here. But what I'm going to do then is use the 12 B-24 Liberators and see how we get on. Okay, so we take 6 men. Do let me know if the sound effects are too loud, by the way. So I'm going to repeat that, bring in the 64th Bomber Squadron. Okay, so they're now fatigued. Another 6 men taken out. To be honest, that's actually pretty decently effective. So these aren't large units to begin with. Fatigued. 4 men there. Not bad, not bad. 16 men in total there, really. Not bad. It's a nice way to begin. Nice way to begin. I mean, I could use the naval power to suppress this gun over here, but I don't think it's terribly much of a problem. It may be worthwhile trying to suppress this unit, really. I could lay into them with a firepower, and it may be worthwhile to concentrate that firepower against a unit which is susceptible to it, really. Yeah, it might be worthwhile. I mean, this side of the island isn't as heavily defended, and that would potentially give me a way around here. I could move these forces over here. It seems our progress may be somewhat delayed in the centre, but I could just move around to cut these forces off and isolate them. So that's something to bear in mind. So I think what we'll do then is we'll look towards bringing the firepower down on this unit over here, perhaps. At least we'll gauge how effective it is, anyway. So we'll select this icon over here, so we can see we have the USS Washington over here, the South Dakota, light cruiser boys, the Quincy heavy cruiser over here, and then a number of destroyers and the cannon that we actually have. So we'll go ahead and, whoops, I'll bring that back up. Bring shells down on target. There we go, 5 men dead. South Dakota opening up with batteries. 6 men. And this is actually pretty encouraging. Right, so it seems like the light cruiser over here does not have the range. So, let's see. I think I'll bring the fire down on the weaker units, perhaps. Try to soften them up. How you doing there, Matthias? That's pretty awesome, my dude. Glad to hear. Right. Right, you can see the effect of this is not as impressive. The Quincy can open up over here. Yeah, you can see it's more effective over here. Now, destroyers I might use to actually suppress this gun over here, perhaps. But we do have the range, so I'm going to use it over here as supporters. It's probably not so much the actual... Yeah, it's probably not so much the actual losses inflicted, but more so trying to actually drive their fatigue up, I imagine. I imagine this affects fatigue. Right, now we have the artillery over here. I'm going to use it over here. Right, there we go. So, I think we can call that there. I'm not entirely sure how headquarters work. I think it's probably for the best to keep them moving up with the units. Let's see how that goes. Right, so there we go. They do not have any movement left. These guys do, but not enough. And we'll call that a turn and move into the next one now. What am I doing here? Oh, was that to save the turn, man? US infantry in this scenario, mostly morale B, so they're pretty effective in assault. Battalion size assaults should push back small Japanese units. Oh, thank you very much there, Karan. Much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, I think that was just save the game there. So that's very good information to know, Ben. So for the most part, we do have larger formations, which makes sense. The Japanese have to try to manage with less. Do more with less, really. I think I prefer the 2D map. Possibly so, actually. Let's try it in the... yeah. I mean, to be fair, you get to see everything all at once here. I mean, that's hard to argue with, really. I just wish the games just... they desperately need a facelift. But there's so much here. I might have to go ahead and try the other ones as well, actually. I mean, the Panzer campaigns could be really interesting. Especially on the larger scenarios. It could be rather intriguing. Okay. I feel like I get a better sense of the ground over here. I know it sounds weird. But we'll try it like this to begin with, then. Right, so we do have our forces over here. Now, I could put them into travel mode. Because otherwise, they're only going to move 1 hex per... Put them into travel mode probably will have them more susceptible to fire. So what I'm going to do then is move up G&F company to begin with. If it takes some time, that's okay. Yeah, you can see the fatigue went up there, so that's fine. We'll have to take it as we go, slowly but surely. We do have the E company over here then. So, let's see. We have the brush over here. We have the forest over here. That is a company-size formation. Is it company? Battalion, perhaps? No. Company. I'm going to say, yeah, company over here. Right, we're going to move you over here then, E company. Second platoon is going to join them. Did not mean to move them in there. I don't think there's an undo button, so I'll have to accept that as it is. But there we go, we can see how Rice had his impact on armor. Not what I was wanting to do, but okay, I'll work with that. Right, okay, so we do have assurance over here. What I'm going to do then, let's see. We have forest over here, we have good, well, decent elevation. That's lower. Right, we'll move up both. Nothing encountered as of yet. Have you move up. Nothing encountered yet. I think I have an additional unit here. Yeah, we do. We have additional artillery, 148. Sorry, 147th. Right, then in travel mode. Let's try and move them up. Okay. So I think I would have to take them out of travel mode. But they're there for the time being. Right, so I'm going to grab the... Yeah, I feel like I can see what I'm doing a little bit better over here. So there. Right, looks like they don't have enough movement. Put them into proper... Yep, over there. Okay. I suppose you have to get used to it, really. Okay. So I'm trying to manage the fatigue over here. So what we'll have to do then is avoid fatigue becoming too high, try and rotate units out, or see if they engage in combat too much, then that's going to build up. So, they're disrupted right now, which is actually really very good. You can see how much of a difference it makes when you're in open terrain versus, like, broken. Well, that's forest, yeah. Forest is obviously worse. Now, napalm might be more effective against these units over here. So what we're going to do is use the 403rd Bomber Squadron with the napalm. I suppose marginally more effective. In my experience, tiller games set in the Pacific are mostly slow-paced. Infantry slugfest, fought in poor terrain and poor weather conditions. Don't make it sound too attractive. Yeah, would you say the other games are worthwhile trying out? Napalm over here. Oh, wow, okay. Right, so it seems napalm is definitely the right choice in a forest who would have fought it. That's actually significantly encouraging. That's really, really quite significant damage there. Right, very nice, okay. Right, we'll go with that in mind then. So, I could try and use more air power there, but I don't think it's worthwhile using it unless it is napalm. What I'm going to do then is potentially use air power over here as well. I can consolidate it further, the damage inflicted, A26 over here then. Light bombardment, so we'll go ahead with that. Eastern front titles have a lot more fast-paced action, so it's an armor combat. That does sound actually really good. I imagine people would like that. But I think I'll be able to play this one as a play by email as well, actually. Maybe on a larger scenario, which would be really quite cool. But yeah, I need to bring more content to the channel that's different there. How you doing there, Nice? Good to have you, my friend. What's that map? Looks like Korea, but based on XRG playlist. No. This is Japan 45, so this is a John Tiller game. So the name of the island, I actually can't remember the name of the island here. But it's definitely not Korean, it's a Japanese island. I'm not entirely sure what its position is off from Kyushu. I don't know if there's actually a scenario in the game where it takes Honshu into account, but I don't imagine so. I imagine it's probably hard enough to create the island of Kyushu without having to do Honshu as well, actually. At least the parts of Honshu that matter. Then again, it's Operation... interesting. For Panzer Campaign games that are map mods available, I'd have to take a look at that, actually. I would have to take a look at that. Thank you very much for their war game. And could you actually post me a link to those? I'd love to take a look at them. I'd love to take a look at that. Right, so we saw that the napalm was actually remarkably effective there. We could potentially assault using the Regimental Company over there. Regimental Combat Team Company. It may be worthwhile to use artillery to further support our forces over here. I mean, this is a unit that I worry about in the broken terrain. Yes, I will. I tell you what, the next stream I do will be on Twitch. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, shift over here. Very nice. I just wish it could stay up as well. That would be quite nice. I don't know if Shimama is the name of the actual island. I'm not entirely sure which would be the name of the island. I should have read that again. No, thankfully not Okinawa. Thankfully not Okinawa. Right. See, they're entrenched. I'd rather... probably going to have to use artillery to suppress them, really. But I think enough men, given enough time, will be able to take this out. It seems like there's not much in the way of numbers over here. But it may be worthwhile to use artillery. But then again, that's 100 points, and there's like 200, 100, and 300 down here. So there's 600 VP here, there's 100 VP here. So I think it's probably worthwhile to go for this. How you doing there, that regard? Good to have you, my friend. Been a little while, hasn't it? Okay, so I could continue to use artillery against this unit over here, and it may be worthwhile due to the fact it would open this up. So I think I will use some firepower. I'm going to use the 158. Oh, I like how we have the red line there. So that didn't have an effect. Fair enough, but it's just continued to suppress them. Okay. I think what we'll do here then is put down the fire over here. South Dakota opening up. Right, there we go. Right, so we've brought down a decent amount of fire over there. How you doing there, Julian? Good to have you, my friend. I've seen a lot of names I normally don't see, so this is really nice and encouraging. It's good to have you guys. Right, I'm not too sure if I want to have the actual tanks engaged in the assault. So that's a quick question for you guys, even for you guys who know what you're doing. Is it worthwhile having tanks involved in an assault, or is it better just to use the infantry and keep the tanks out? Are the tanks more for the fire support than anything else? I don't think I'd be too shocked if that was the truth there. But I'll wait for you guys to give me an opinion, which I would very much appreciate. I don't know. I don't think the train. I think had it been potentially clear train, it might have been worthwhile. This is Japan 19... Well, Japan 45 there, Carl. It's a different game. Right. I think probably if this was clear terrain, that would probably be viable. What I'm going to do then is actually have the tanks engagement. So, third platoon engage. Well, Pacific Tiny Edition. You'd be surprised, you can see the entire island Kyushu. But I'll have the third tank platoon engagement to begin with, so they're going to fire. Right, no effect. Right, one man lost. You know, I actually do like that thumbnail. I did spend some time actually looking through that, to be honest. Looking for it. The image... I actually did a little bit of reading upon the image as well, actually. So this is the actual image. I did find a different version, but it's rather interesting. So it's from a website in 2009. Well, let's see here. Japanese soldier walks through a leveled area in Hiroshima, Japan in September 1945, 1 month after the detonation of a nuclear bomb above the city. From a series of US Navy photographs depicting the suffering and the ruins that resulted from the blast. So I just thought it was a really interesting image, to be honest. I always like to try and have thumbnails that mean a little bit more than just oh, it's cool looking, you know what I mean? I mean, this is it. I like thumbnails as well that present more of a human face to it all, really. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is still his homeland. Obviously, I don't know. I like it. I like images like this when you actually have a deeper, I suppose you could say deeper empathy for obviously the man pictured and obviously just the environment. Just obviously, it's something that brings me a bit of sadness, really. And I think you appreciate things when they provoke that sort of reaction, really. I think it just makes more... I just think it means more, really. Oh, Austrian, that's pretty cool. Yeah, indeed. I love you Germans. It's quite funny, actually. The first girl I ever dated was from Dusseldorf, actually. My favourite chocolate is actually Milka. Well, one of my favourite chocolate brands is Milka. That stuff is beautiful. Flamethrower tanks are extremely good on assaults, but regular tanks are pretty... Oh, also fare pretty well if you combine them with infantry during assault. Well, that's good to know. I'll bear that in mind. Yeah, that's it. I was trying to actually say that. I just think you need some meaning behind something, really. Right, so we're going to have the assault over here, so they're attacking. Okay, so... resolve this assault, and we do win that assault over there. It does cost us a couple of men over here. How you doing, my good man? But we do obviously push this element back. I'm going to have to learn the proper names. I'm terrible. I am obviously wanted to become a historian, of course. But the thing is, I'm terrible. I'm not a tactical, well, whatever you want to call it, a military historian per se, because I have no idea about the proper names of things of this nature. I like the overall picture. More than anything, really. Hexfield strategy. Indeed. I don't know what the rest means, but I can imagine it's probably good. Okay, so we have moved forward there. That's quite good. Very handy. Right, they need to set up. They can do that later. Could you guys explain how headquarters work, then? That would be much appreciated. I'm going to keep them close to the front line. Just make sure we can keep progressing. Right, okay, so these guys over here are in the forest, which is not exactly great. I'm going to wait until we actually get into position over here, then at least I could actually approach this with more firepower. But then again, it might be worthwhile actually to move up now. I could potentially even have them move over here, but I'm a little bit worried about the elevation. But then I could have E Company actually support C Company over here, because they are now facing 2 units. So I'll have E Company move up over here. They don't appear to have a movement for that, so that's fair enough. Okay. Let me see if I can move up. Yep, okay. Right, we do lose the man there. It is forest, but I could potentially assault that unit there. But I'll look towards maybe using napalm if I have available. So, I don't think I have any more air power available to use here. Oops. Right, all the units have arrived that are going to arrive. I don't think I have any more use of air power. Oh no, I do actually. Yeah, okay. Decent bit of air power this time around. How you doing there, Mr. AMMW? The guy with the name that makes me have to read it. This is Japan 45. This is a John Tiller game. Definitely worth checking out. This is the first introductory scenario here, but this actual game itself takes place within the, well, theorized Operation Olympic here. The invasion of Japan. Well, at least the invasion of Kyushu here in Olympic. Right. Do I have any more air power available? Would be worthwhile to bring it against this unit if available. Right, okay, that's it. We've used our artillery and the naval support, so we will move forward into the next turn. And there's a next turn button here, so I'm going to save that. Yep, okay. Oh, so it seems like the Japanese do have some artillery here. No effect there, so it's not terribly effective. Yep, there you go. Right. We do lose a man. No effect, thankfully. I believe we are in forest there as well. Right, 1 man and potentially disrupted. Yeah, disrupted over here. So I don't imagine being disrupted is very good. Might have to give them some time. You can see that fatigue's increased as well. But they will be shortly reinforced, which is good. Okay. But probably something to avoid. So you can see that we do have the morale over here. So that morale has lowered. Oh, we're actually coming off. Not too bad there. Doing fairly well. Doing fairly well with E Company. I like the fact that you have the actual companies over here as well. That's very nice. It's definitely a much smaller scenario here. But we'll finish the scenario, then we'll take a look at a larger scenario bit actually and see how that takes, well, how we take on the feel of that. If you guys are enjoying the video, please go ahead and like it as well. That's much appreciated. And subscribe if you're new as well. Right, so 4 artillery units available. 1 unit undisrupted or unbroken, okay. 1 unit recovered fatigue, excellent. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to have to check out those games. I mean, I've got France 17. I just think when I got that, I just don't think I was really in that state of mind to actually enjoy that. Also, bear in mind, units under controls. When you successfully assault an encircled enemy where it can't retreat back, it will suffer horrible casualties. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Oh, so this unit is also disrupted, and this unit is disrupted as well. So we're actually doing pretty good here. Doing pretty good. So we'll shift up. I believe I have enough to make a shoot over here. 2 men. There we go. Not bad. But this is it. They're now in a pretty bad position, so I'll be able to assault them next turn and clear that. We're not doing too bad here. Turn 3, we're making good progress. Progress over here is going to be somewhat difficult, but not bad. I mean, disrupted. We're actually not doing bad here at all. I could potentially even consider assaulting with this unit over here in this turn. That could be potentially worthwhile doing. But what I'm going to do here then is move you out of the actual area. Move you here. Okay. I'm going to change your mode there. I don't think you can actually open fire. No, you can't. But the good news is you are in position for the following turns to actually move along the road. Just really get moving quickly, which is obviously what we want there. Might eventually be worthwhile to move down there, but that's fine. Could have potentially kept on moving, but then again, I would have been between these 2 years, so probably would not have ended well. So, what I'm going to do here then is see what we have in terms of air power. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. So I don't have any napalm available. I think it probably would be worthwhile to bring down. I don't know if air power is more effective against these units than artillery, but it might be worthwhile to use artillery against these units. I'm looking to try and maximize what we have here. Oh, there's a unit spotted over here, so that's in forest as well. Now, that's going to be somewhat difficult to take. That's clear terrain, so probably not for the best there. What I'm going to do then is move up a company. Okay. Then combine forces over here then. And then what we'll do is move in there. I'm not going to have them open fire as of yet, so I don't think it's worthwhile yet. I think I might as well just... But then again, no, actually. I suppose it is worthwhile to have them open fire. Try and get a gauge on the enemy. Not bad, actually. Three casualties there. Not bad. It's a larger unit, so probably does need the firepower. That would definitely benefit from napalm there. These units are disrupted, so I imagine they would probably fall quite easily. I think what we'll do then is potentially concentrate firepower against this unit, but it might have been worthwhile to throw some firepower down over here. Okay, so that unit has recovered, so what I'm going to do then is shift you up over here. Okay. Right. Now, what I'm going to do then is place you into travel mode. Can I get you up over here? Can I move you up again? No, but that's okay. Right. Setup required. I'm going to change their mode, so I think they will set up next turn, perhaps. Not too familiar on those mechanics, but we'll see. That unit's somewhat of a worry, but I think we'll be okay. I do have I Company over here. So at least I do have some additional reinforcements. But overall, we're making pretty good progress here. We're doing pretty well. So what is the conditions here? Soft conditions, it's daytime. So, right, I think it's 10 o'clock right now. So I imagine that's the morning. That's good there. That's cool there, Matthias. No, you've got a major problem fortitude to thank for that. Right. I think it might be... I could probably get away with an assault over there. It's a smaller unit. They're disrupted. We have... Yeah, we're pretty good here. So I think what I'll do then is actually... When disrupted, it's much easier to assault. Yeah, that's good to know. I think what I'm going to do is reserve the firepower for over here, then potentially try and break this. But then again, that's difficult. But we are in a forest over here, so we do have that elevation as well. But this is going to be a bit of a pain. And I want to take this objective pretty quickly. I want to, like, start to clear this flank up. So I'm going to use the air power against this unit over here. Okay. Okay, so it's not as large as I thought. Or it is smaller potentially now. So it's, what was it, 90... Oh, it's 99 to 999, something like that. Oh no, it's something to 99. I'd have to double check. I'll get used to it, don't worry. Any more for any more? No, okay. That's fair enough. So what we're going to do then is use the air power, sorry, the firepower. So we do have South Dakota over here to open up. That's actually really encouraging there. That might actually fall next turn. Okay. I'm going to put some firepower down on this unit over here, just to help us out with the assault, perhaps. Okay. Right. 10 to 99. Thank you very much. Right, okay. They're attacking. No effect. So, what does show odds mean? Okay, unknown assault odds there. That's good to know. Right, so, resolve. And we are successful. I think we do take... I'm not entirely sure if they take 2 casualties or we take 2 casualties. Let's see. Info, victory. So we have 12 men lost. I think they took those casualties, but I'm not entirely certain. But we have kicked them out of the area, so they are disrupted. So what I could potentially do then is... Well, they're probably going to end up being pushed into Horota, but then I could potentially continue to move on. Have the armor continue to move on over this way, which actually will free this up. So I could actually look towards isolating these units, but I imagine there's probably more Japanese defenders in this area here. Right, so we can't move there. See, can I take... Yeah, I'll take them out of travel mode, then they can actually move to combat next turn properly. Okay. How you doing there, Steins? Love that name, man. Right, okay. So, we are done there for the turn, so we'll move forward into turn 4. Oh, I took 2 casualties. Oh, that's good to know, then. That's really good to know. That was actually a very, very nice assault there for us, then. But yeah, it's all about that disruption. Ideally, we have more napalm available. Be careful during the night. Your units disrupted immediately. Oof. Off-road during the night. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we need to move quickly then to avoid nighttime. But that's really incredible that you have to take that into account then, actually. We're not doing too bad though. Not doing too bad. Should be able to assault here and take that. I might even have just 1 unit assault. We'll see. Probably better just to have 2 units just to try and wipe them. I doubt they will surrender, but we'll see. We are building up strength over here, so potentially more napalm would be very nice. But napalms are going to be over here. But yeah, got to make sure we use the armor. I think so far we're using the armor well. Might be worthwhile to use the armor over here as part of that assault. But I'm not super sure about that. Okay. Yep, artillery support over there. Ooh, tank support over there as well. That's very nice. Stein's Gaming. I think was it Stein's like the beer containing vessel, isn't it? You can also combine and break up units, companies, and battalions, or vice versa. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. How many do I need to actually make them into a battalion then, actually? Yeah, they're just fine against me here. Now, Corsican is a little bit of a problem there. So I'm going to try to take that out soon. Okay, it's now 12 o'clock. Midday. So we are going to be running out of time pretty quick, so we need to get a move on. Right, Kane Company has arrived. I wonder if I could maybe bring them over here, actually. Alright, unavailable setup required. Do they just set up over time? I'm honestly not too sure. Right, there we go. Right, so we have a decent amount of men over here now. So I could even have this. I could have L Company open fire. Potentially C Company engage. Oh, we took a casualty there. Okay. What do we have available? I was hoping for napalm. And then disrupted, then disrupted, then disrupted. So these units aren't as large as I would have imagined, actually. That's really awesome there. I shop for beer steins. Well, you know what, dude? You can send me a stein. You know, send me a stein. I'm not gonna say no, please. That'd be cool. I think one of the best presents I've ever had from a viewer was from a lovely viewer from the city of New York, and he was a police. I'm not entirely sure what the role he was, but he was part of the New York Police Department. So he sent me a shirt, which was awesome. I've got that and I wear that. Really loved it. So, you know. Send me stuff. Oh, dear. Okay, what I'm going to do then is... I'm going to leave you as you are for the time being. I don't think I need much more. Right, you're low on ammunition, but I can still have your assault over here. I think I'm just going to have G Company assault over here. I don't think I need both. So I'm going to resolve that assault to begin with. Yeah, we take 2 casualties, but we do push them over to the sea over here. Now, the good news is I can put them into travel mode. There we go, travel mode. So then I'm going to be able to move them down over here, ideally. That'd be something worthwhile. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I remember when I used to work for family, I'd just play games on a blue laptop and stuff like that. So it's just, oh, otherwise you'd just be so bored. Right. Right, disrupted. That unit's a bit of a problem there. Actually, no, it's not terribly much of a problem. With your more. When you start with more than one unit, all troops become the morale for troops for lowest morale. Ah, okay, so it's better to just not have them in there than to have them in there. Okay, that makes sense. Right, what I'm going to do with you then, the tank, is have you open fire. Right, decent, decent. Right, they're not disrupted. I would like to disrupt them. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, so nobody finds out the secret truth. I could push that unit back, but I'd like to use that unit. But then again, I suppose I would have this unit then to move up. I think we will assault over here. I want to have the armor and this unit, this company, ready to move up. I could give them some time to rest then, perhaps. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Ooh. Okay, so we do take a few more casualties, but we do actually find out where the guns are. But we have pushed them back. So, let's see, put you into travel mode. Can bring the infantry over to here. Bring them down. The armor can move up. I could potentially even have the armor move up a little bit further. We'll try and be bold. Right, they're still disrupted. I might try to cut them off. Keep moving. Okay, well, we're looking really good there. These guys... but I might be able to cut these guys off. I think we are behind their lines over here now. So we are making use of that armor. The infantry will be able to catch up, but I'm going to need the infantry. Ideally, we don't encounter the resistance, but we'll see. But that was nice. Okay, so that's good. That's good. We could probably clear these units up, really. Marsh is over here. Okay. I don't think it would take too much to deal with them. From the same hex, of course, only. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Is it worthwhile to take these guys out? We are only in turn 4. It might be worthwhile, but then again, I want to get moving here before nightfall, really, so we do not have long. Okay, I'm going to push here. So we'll use the air power here. We'll use the artillery here as well. I'm going to be able to mass power over here. If I get a disruption, I'll be happy. Use a 26. Yeah, charge the armor. How you doing there, Weagles? Good to have you, my friend. Lots of new names here. Not names I usually see either. Of course, if you guys are enjoying this, please do go ahead and subscribe if you're new. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can always become a patron. That really does help out significantly. There you go, I'm saying all the YouTuber things. Recognize it. Recognize me. I only South Dakota this time around. Okay, fair enough. Pretty good there. Right, now I should be able to potentially win that assault. Is it worthwhile to assault now? Maybe. It does push them out into the actual open then, actually, so it might be worthwhile. How you doing there, Racer? Good to have you, my friend. So resolve the assault. Okay, so we take 12 casualties, we inflict 23, but we do push them out into the clear terrain. So they are going to be basically sitting ducks for air power and artillery, so that's pretty good there. Is it worthwhile? Yeah, potentially. Potentially. How you doing there, Ranger Area? Good to have you, my friend. Lots of new names here. Lots of new names. Is it worthwhile? I could push that unit. I think this unit over here is I don't know. It might be worthwhile just concentrating on our firepower against these units over here to try and disrupt them, potentially. That one is something of a problem. Would allow it to move. Yeah, so I could then move that road there, potentially move from there to there, but then again I do need to move this objective. So, yeah, these units are in the way, really. They are, frankly, in the way. So let's see. I think I'm going to use the firepower. I use in clear. That's broken. Okay. But it is disrupted, so I could potentially assault that unit to great effect. So I'll have that unit assault over here. It may benefit from the actual firepower of the other units. Yeah, I want to push that unit out to the way so I can potentially open the road up. The objectives are, let's see. So we have the radar installation over here. We do have Kaminaka. We have Takasaki over here, and then Shibama. Okay, so we have that there. I could have these guys open fire. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have them open fire to support them. Okay, fire. Ideally, that makes something of a difference. Right, resolve the assault. Okay, 2 casualties, but we do push them back, and we also do find the artillery over here. But that has potentially opened this up. I might be able to then move the armor around here. We'll see, but that is potentially opening this up. I could potentially even support over here. So, we're making progress. That's what I want to see. ABC. That's what you mean to me. How does that song go? Okay. So we could potentially wipe the Japanese defenders on the eastern side of the island here. The center is cracking. The western side is cracking as well. We're making good progress here. Just got to keep on moving. So we've identified 3 artillery positions. Right. I'm going to be able to do some pretty nasty things to them there. But if I can isolate this unit over here, then we should probably be able to deal with it significantly more effectively. That force is going to help us. These guys are in force as well, goddammit. Okay. Yeah, so they're disrupted, isolated. That's good to know. Disrupted. So I bet that unit would crack immediately. Oh, I can't change views. Not while it's in combat, it seems. Oh. So they're now disrupted. Fantastic. I can't move these ships. I don't know if it's worthwhile yet. Okay, 4 artillery units available. 1 unit low in ammo. 1 unit recovered fatigue. 1 unit recovered losses. That's good. Right. So, excellent news. So they've recovered from that disruption. I don't imagine that unit's doing too well. These guys might need a bit of... Yeah, they could do with some rest there, some fatigue. These guys could potentially push there. If I could push that unit back, I bet I could use this road without any worries there. I would like to get units to support them, so... Obviously they're low on ammunition, but then again they're not in fighting anyway. Move them up. Right, okay. Probably worthwhile getting rid of them. Pain in the arse. Just hoping they'd crack. It's probably over the top there, so I might leave that unit, but I suppose I can finish it off now. It's got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Right, let's see if we can encounter anything. Oh! Yes! Okay, so we actually do not. So we captured the town of Takasaki. That's really nice. Pull them back. Move it out this way. Nothing encountered. I could try to actually engage the artillery there. No, seems that's all I can manage there. Well, making very good progress. But there we go, we have that taken there. They're disrupted, but not isolated, it seems. So let's see what we have here. Right. Time is slipping on by now. I've got to be pretty quick on the mark. Right, let's see, what do we have? Right, we do have napalm available, that's really good. It may be worthwhile to use napalm against these defenders, but might even be worthwhile to hold it in reserve. I'm not super sure as of yet. I don't think I really need it. I bet I could probably deal with these guys. Right, shift the tanks up. Didn't actually mean to move them there. I could potentially have them join the assault. I think I'll have them join the assault. How you doing there, Major? It's pretty good so far, actually. It's pretty good. I can imagine on larger scenarios it'd be really interesting. So we'll have them join the assault there. Right, I don't think we'll need additional help, so we're going to push. So resolve. Right, 4 men lost, but we do push there. Right, the tanks are disrupted now. So, facing up left. Okay. What I'm going to do then is use them to fire that unit. Or that unit. I guess not. Napalm would be really probably the best thing to use over here, so we'll use that. Ah, so they're fatigued. Oh, they take fatigue. I don't think any losses. Right, so I think what we'll do then next is just try and get that unit out of there. Okay. If somebody could tell me how to set that unit up, I'd be really appreciative. Yeah, they do come with a fire. Let's see, can I put them into travel mode? Right then, disrupted. Oh, I was under controls. Okay, so that's not good too. So that was a bit of a boo-boo. That was definitely a bit of a boo-boo there. But that's a lesson learned. That's a lesson learned. Hey, do my Captain Eggman. Good to have you, my friend. I'm not familiar with this game. Is this game about the proposed invasion of the Japanese mainland? Indeed it is. You can assault the Never Gun. It should have pretty weak defense fire where infantry protected. No need to waste firepower on it. That's really excellent to know about. I kind of bugged myself there. But what I could potentially do is actually take that. So I think I'm yeah, well, that's good to know then. That might be why we didn't actually cause any losses then, perhaps. So we'll use our air power over here. 4 men. Yeah, no problem then, Edmund. Okay, that was a poor choice there, but at least we learned from it. I just don't know how you get it set up. I'm gonna go ahead and assault the artillery. Oh, they actually hold me off. They lose the gunbow, but that's actually pretty interesting. I would have thought we'd have taken that, no problem. My ability is under control. Okay, well that's another lesson learned there. We still have time. Right, so what we're going to do then is bring the artillery. So we have Washington, South Dakota again. That's good to know. Alright, we'll open up over here. Oh, okay, that's good to know. There's a stream over here, interesting. Right. Ah, hard, soft assault. Okay, I like that you can see benefits from the order of battle here as well. That's good to know. Right, let's see. Yeah, assault 12. Oh, I see. So these guys have really good assault as well. That's good to know. I suppose I could even use them potentially in the assault there to actually join them. I might do that actually. Let me double check that these guys can assault. Yes, I can. Cool. Right, that's handy. See how that works out. Okay, we don't break them. We do take a lot of fatigue though, but we do cause some casualties. So that was a bit of a misplay over here. So that was something to bear in mind, Ben. Bit of misplay there. Let's see, victory. So we've lost 53 men so far. Not great, really. Not great. But we are learning lessons here. We're not too far from breaking through. We've taken an objective. We might be able to take a second objective next turn, or potentially the turn after. The issue is the daylight is quickly slipping away. Probably waste my time by engaging those Japanese forces. I should probably just pull out and try and get moving, really. Are they isolated? Oh no, these guys are isolated. Destructive units cannot assault. Okay, that's good to know. It'd be quite nice, actually. I could probably even use the arm potentially to try and isolate these units over here, really. Oh, they're disrupted now. Fantastic. That'll be even easier then. If I could isolate them, it'd be even better. Yeah, they're not having a fun time. Looking good so far. I might as well finish our unit off and then come back. Gotta manage that fatigue as well. If I can break through the center here, then I should be good. I'm not too happy about the amount of fatigue here, but we do have reinforcements that pushed up. Probably could have broken this area last turn had I not moved those units, but it's all about the learning experience. This is only the second time playing, to be fair. Okay. 5 artillery units, 4 units load ammo. That's not good. I've not seen a 4-6, but that's something to bear in mind. I'm going to put them into travel mode, actually. Let's see. I did click there, but okay. I guess it's fair. I guess you're going to be really careful about where you move them, but okay. At least they're there. They can then move and isolate them. Oh, there might be a unit over here, actually. Well, at least that's something to know. So I guess I'll have to assault them here. I'll have to take a look at that 4-6 then. That'll be good to take a look. I'll see. Right, they lose a gun. So it'll just take some time just to break that down then. Okay. What we'll do then is move across here. Then I can actually flank. Right, then we'll put them into... Yeah, so there we go. Move them across there. I'm really doing this just to see what we might encounter. But what I want to do here then is... I imagine... Right, okay, so I can't move there. I imagine the radar facility is actually garrison, so what I'll do is probably move around this way. Combat reorganization, have fun with that. How you doing there, Paul? How you doing there, my friend? So keep it coming. Oh, God, I can imagine. Right, we'll have them assault over here. Clear that up. That should be the end of them, probably. It's a much larger unit, attacking disrupted isolated unit, so it should be okay. They've got nowhere else to go, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, apparently they're resilient enough. Fair enough. Right, I'm going to extricate ourselves from over here. And get moving down here, really. Can I put them into movement? Put them into travel mode. There we go. Oh, we get another hex. Excellent. Right, cool, cool. Right, they're now isolated. Yeah, we'll assault that. What I'm going to do... God damn, I don't know how to set that up. Really don't know how to set it up. Yes, indeed it is. Have fun. Yeah, I need to do things like that as well. Right, we'll have you open fire. Or not. What air power do we have? Just some liberators. I'll bring in air power. But then again, should be in enough to manage it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. No losses taken, and they lose quite a lot of men there. We do have the elevation advantage over here as well now, which is really good. But they are technically behind my lines, which is not good. I could send another unit to deal with them. Probably for the best. But they're not much of a problem. I could send that unit actually, so let's see, can it move? Yeah, there we go, we'll have that unit go. Yeah, probably better off just getting out of this area. Okay. What I'll do then is move you up there, headquarters. Right, they take R35. Okay, then what I'll do is change their mode. There we go. And... I could potentially assault that unit there, maybe. Then break through to the other side. I suppose it doesn't give them much room to maneuver. So what I'll do then is use our firepower. Yeah. Oh, there's a unit over here, actually. Well, I could assault this unit over here and then probably better off assaulting that unit there, really. But that unit is a bit of a pain in the arse there. You'd be surprised. I mean, obviously on a scenario like this, the Japanese obviously are severely outnumbered, but the thing is, obviously on the island of Kyushu, well, they have space and time to a degree, I suppose. Right. I might even want to give that unit some time to rest, to be honest. But then again, it's hard to say no. I might wait until we have the... Well, no, it's only a bloody unit of guns. I don't know what I'm worried about. Alright, what I can do then is grab you, move you... Nowhere, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Is it worthwhile giving them just a turn just to recover and then move on? The assaults are pretty demanding. Might be worthwhile just giving them a turn just to recover. Probably is, perhaps. Yeah, I believe so. Right, might be worthwhile to put some firepower down there, but that's a headquarter unit, so I don't think it's really worthwhile. Might just worthwhile hitting this unit with the artillery. That's a really good way to describe it there. Right, there we go. I may leave it at that. Give our forces some time to recover. Perhaps. But then again, we are losing daylight. No, they do have a lot of fatigue, so we'll give them some time. Yeah, you did. Bastard. Yeah, that's why I want to try and engage as well. I mean, if people want to see more of this, then comment down below. We'll see if we can have a play by email. And I do need to get the other games, actually, but I guess the Panzer ones would be really interesting. But I'll have to wait for the next round of patrons. Well, payment from Patreon, so I've not made money. And these games ain't cheap. I might try and get in contact with the developers and see if I could, I don't know, reply. Who knows? Yeah, probably a good place to start. Yeah, I can imagine these in front of me really entertaining. Right, let's see. Send to 198. Oh, okay, fair enough. Right, put them into non-combat mode. And let's see. Then travel. Let's get them moving. Moscow 42. That'd be interesting. Go across here. I'm going to come to this when I have actual infantry. I don't think that's going to be... Let's see. No? Thought they'd be isolated. Okay, fair enough. Move up and then assault it from the rear. Alright, that disrupted. Ah. No effect. Take them out of travel mode. I don't know, it seems okay enough. Trying to assault over here. That's pretty interesting. Oh, there we go. We seize the objective. We do take out the gun. Awesome news. I wish I'd not moved the armor now. There we go. So that's another objective seized. Good. So I reckon we'll be pushing on the center here pretty quick, and then there's just the one objective left then. Should be nice. And you can be left to deal with that. Though saying that, disrupt and isolated. I would like to clear this, well, open this area up, so I think we'll have I Company assault. Okay, good, that pushes them back. They're broken now, which is good. Okay. Right, these guys are now freed up, which is good, so I can put them in travel mode, get them moving pretty quick. Let's see. Can have your assault there. Have our unit assault there. There we go. We lose a guy, and they lose 15. Pushes them both there, they're now disrupted, okay. Okay, so we'll have to get them there next. But I can use now, actually quite effectively use my air power and etc. now. Let's concentrate the firepower here. Oh, no air power it seems. Right, it's now 6 o'clock, so we are indeed in night time. Oh, you can see the actual daylight. I wondered what that was. We still have time, so that's good. Right, I'll try to assault over here then. Okay, we don't push them back, but we do kill another 8 men. We do have reinforcements moving up, so that's good news. So 141 men here. Yeah, 300 men over there. 305 men actually. 4 vehicles there that are way out there. These guys I could probably do with moving back. But yeah, we'll have another 300 men there to push up from the flank as well. So we are making good progress, and we are closing in on the radar facility. So it's all coming up Millhouse, really. Some napalm would be really nice to have. It's really very effective. Okay. 20 units are isolated. Oh. So they're now isolated, which is interesting. What? Okay, that's really not where I wanted to move it. I suppose it's probably better off being in that one there, and then you definitely don't fuck it up. Oh well. Not exactly great. That's a lot of fatigue there. Okay, alright, so the headquarters there. So they are kind of buggered as far as it goes with positioning. They may be able to join the assault. Okay, not enough. I'll have these fellows join the assault over here as well. They can't, but we'll see what we can throw against it. No air power. We do have artillery though. Fatigue. Right. Start working to soften these guys up. Oh, so we have that available now at long last. There we go. There we go. Caesar can move up without any issues. Oh, okay. Then again, is it worthwhile to use multiple? No attacking, okay. Alright, we'll try it with those units. Yeah, and we actually do break them. Fantastic. So we are clear now to move on up. I guess I can't move right now. But I'm control mode, let's see. Apparently it's not isolated. It's quite surprising. Right, there we go. No air power. So we'll take the objective there in the centre. And we'll be good to go. Should be able to concentrate a decent amount of firepower next turn as well. Okay. Still eyesight. Okay. I was hoping to force them to surrender, to be honest. Right, let's see. Try and end this one quickly. Right, don't isolate, that's good. No air power. Now we use our... Do we need the artillery? Probably not. So I'm going to start to rain down some... Oh, I can't. Okay, then we'll resolve that assault. Hopefully win. Or not. I guess we'll take that next turn. We'll have even more men next time. Rather surprising that they held on like that. Right, have you moved there? I guess not. God damn it, that's not where I wanted them to move. I'm having more trouble just trying to get this guy to do what I want. Okay. I was trying to get this unit to move back. God damn it. Yeah, that morale's really bad, but it's not a good situation. I need to get them out of that. Oops. Oh, that's why. Well, I suppose I forgot about that unit, didn't I? I need to open that road up. I'm going to move that unit there just to block them moving any further, to be honest. It's not a terribly good position to be in, is it? Alright, so we're going to have to open this road up then for this to happen. Should try to assault again. Okay, that should be enough. Disrupted and isolated. Being attacked by hundreds of men. Really? Wow. Okay, that's surprising. I was actually really surprised. But I suppose they aren't entrenched, but my god, that was actually surprising. Right, move them there. So we can move up there. I'm really surprised they held out. Probably the fatigue there, it's not good. I may lose the scenario at this rate. Oh, we're back into the daytime. Alright, fantastic. Okay, good, we've got air power again. I don't know, can I assault that? No effect, no effect, okay. That's a problem. Probably should not have left that to be they're disrupted, amazing. I'll move up over here, then I can shoot down there. I'm surprised this unit's holding up so much. Should crack next turn, but I'm going to bring down air power now, because this is what's holding me back. That's surprising. That's actually fairly effective. I wonder if they're in open terrain, actually. Well, I didn't expect I'd need air power there, to be honest. I was hoping that I could try to economize it, really. But it's only a HQ unit, I didn't think it'd really put up that much resistance. Oh, they're in broken terrain, okay. I guess we'll try and have them assault. It's not good, but I need to get out of this. Yeah, that's really not doing me any good here. Yeah, I know. Oh, right, we finally pushed them back, actually. Yeah, they are isolated by these units over here. So I need to open this road up. I didn't realise this unit had moved, which is why these guys are isolated. But that is definitely a lesson learned. But I'm trying to get this road open. Thankfully, I've been able to push this unit back, so I can try and... Yeah, once this is done, then I can get these guys here. Yeah, I'm aware. I just need to fix this situation. Which is why I got these units move over here. Ideally, this should fall next turn. This is really actually screwing me, to be honest. May not have enough turns to actually get down here, to be honest. It's running really tight on time. But I didn't think we'd spend so many turns out to take this. We'll see. We might still be able to manage it, but I don't know. I suppose that unit there being left alone was my downfall. We'll see. We'll see. I might move the armor down here just to figure out if there's anything here. Ideally there isn't, but it probably is. Okay, turn 11. Not good. Okay, seems we're back in business. Oh, they're disrupted and isolated, okay. Right. Isolated. Can I assault? Oh, I wish I did. Oops. Ah, oh, bollocks. I didn't mean to end the turn there. God damn, I meant to click that. Ah, fuck. Well, definitely fucked myself now. I meant to click that button. Ah, fuck. Well, that's a doozy. That's fucked me. Oh, no, I fired a turn back. God fucking damn it. Okay, that is my bad. My defense. Second time playing the game. Be gentle. God damn it, that was a waste. Unless I can solve this issue now. If that's any... No, we'll do that one first. Can't believe I lost a turn. God damn it. Right, there we go. That's taken out, so that road's now open. That's good, so I can now move, and that's where I want. Alright, good. That should surely fall this turn. But what I'm going to do here then is get you into travel mode. I need to figure out what we're going to be facing down here so I can put some fire on it. Right, okay. Shite, I lose a vehicle. Okay, that's a pretty strong unit. Okay. Right, I'm going to put artillery down here. So I need to try and soften that up, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, they're moving as well. I might even lose that objective if I'm not careful. Actually, no, I don't think you've moved. I'm not entirely sure. I need that to bloody fall. But I don't have many turns left. I probably bugged myself here. Probably going to lose the scenario. So that's a lesson bloody learned here, isn't it? I think I probably concentrated firepower against this unit. That unit's got all these units here. Inevitably will fall. It's only a small unit. But if I can soften this up and get it ready. Okay, you've only got range, but I'll fire you. It's a lot of fatigue, but I need to try and clear that unit. Right, okay, 410. Not great. I need this to fall. I will be shocked if they don't take it this turn. Right, we do finally take it. My god, that took a lot. They're still there, but we do take that. I think I need that to even win, or even have a chance of winning, perhaps. Well, it'll be a draw this amount of time, so at least it's not an outright defeat, but I don't think we'll probably get a victory here. Right, okay. Right, move on. Yeah, but we've learned some valuable lessons here. Learned some valuable lessons on how to actually play the game. Oh, they're disrupted now, okay. And that unit's isolated, so it's going to degrade, so that's good to know. Yeah, I'm going to deal with that unit as quickly as possible, but that should be easier to deal... Still bloody forest, god damn it. Just need to concentrate firepower here. Oh, it's disrupted though. Oh, hell yeah. I think that unit is disrupted, I think it's that one. It's a shame. Had I had the men down here, maybe I should have brought these units down here to begin working on that, but I guess that's something learned. Yeah, right, let's see. Put in can move. Okay, guys. Just everything on that, really. Try and soften it up enough for me to come take it. I think I might use the destroyers to support over here. Right, okay. It's gonna have these two guys assault in there. Hopefully that's enough. Oh, you sons of bitches. They are seriously blocking my path. Right, yeah, we're probably not going to take this. But that's a lesson learnt, and learnt well. I've been looking though to disrupt these units. Right, there we go, that's finally gone. Seriously? I would have thought it would have been able to move further than that. Yeah, well, it's probably going to be a defeat, but we'll see. Well, it's at least a draw anyway, so at least we get that, which is not brilliant. But we've learned some lessons here on how to actually play. I think it started off well, but I think then it might have got a little bit too cocky, I suppose. But again, I did expect maybe a couple hundred men could defeat a headquarter unit, but we'll see. I suppose they did fight tenaciously, and they weren't entrenched, so I suppose they will still stiff resistance. I think things slowed definitely when I allowed this. Well, yeah. I mean, then again, I forgot about shooting it. It's good to see that the AI is not out. Right, here we go. Not long left. Right, low ammo. I just need to take it. Need to get these guys out of the way. I think what I'll do is potentially bring air power, but we'll see. I need to get them out of the way, don't I? Yeah, actually no. Tough choice. Tough choice. All of my own making as well. Yeah, I could have done better. I think I could probably won this had I done things a little bit better, really. Hopefully that pushes them out of the way. Right, well, they're out of the way, so at least that is something. Yeah, still bloody blocking me, though. That's annoying. Not where I wanted. That's been another bloody pain in the arse as well. I should shut up moaning. Right, maybe we can take that, but I doubt it. I doubt tanks could just take it on their own. Maybe another 2 turns we might be able to win. Then again, I wasted a bloody turn. Could have probably, might have even had it had I not wasted that turn. God damn. Oh, I need to stop pitching. HQ units don't have zone of control. Okay, that's good to know. Didn't know that, actually. Okay, that's good. I might be able to make it then. Who knows? I doubt without support they can manage it. Low ammo as well, goddamn. Yeah, maybe. Well, nothing else to go for. Ah, lose a vehicle. Goddamn. Yeah, they weren't disrupted. Oh well. I just don't. Yeah, maybe another 2 turns I probably would have had this. This is why I'm so bad at turn-based games. Well, games with like a limited number of turns. I always fuck it up. Admiral's really not good. Oof, they're fatigued as well. Yeah, goddamn. Oh well. So we do come out with a draw there, but that was a lot of lessons learned. Should not have got myself cut off. So we do finish off here with 82 men lost, 2 vehicles lost there. The Japanese lose 502 men and 7 guns. Could have gone better. I wonder how many men they had left in the end. Oof. 64 men. 20 men. God, yeah, these bloody guys here. Oh, right, so fatigue can go way up there. Yeah, goddamn. Another, just, if I could have got the men there, I would have been able to take them out. They proved pretty ferocious. 42 men, 2 guns over here, 86. But we learned some nice lessons there, some really good lessons learned. So that was pretty cool. Quite happy about that. let's see. Selection. So what we'll go and do then is, let's see, solo campaign. Location Sun Kyushu, Japan. This is the historical version of the solo campaign scenario. Each major base has two... Oh, sorry, each major beach has 2 divisions landed on X Day with 4 reinforcements on the 6th of November for the beaches near Miyazaki via 2 strategy choices. The other 2 beaches receive 1 division each on 7th of December. Sorry, 7th of November. The rest of the reinforcements are the same for the solo campaign. What's the difference here? That's 195 turns. Right, okay, so that's the historical version. Well, what we'll do then is we'll take a look at the next scenario. This would be the... Yeah. So here we go. Wow, that was really nice. I like how you can actually see the city over here. So this would be the, one of their campaigns. I love the fucking music, but it's going to probably be copyrighted to hell, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have to just slightly music just so I don't ideally get copyrighted. There we go. So you had to die. Right, so this would be the larger campaign then. So you can see the scale has really increased. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, definitely increased. So we do have the different lands over here. Mount Kirishima. And Mount... Oop, lost it there. And Mount Takachiho. Takachiho. Oh, I see. Right, so we do have landings over here. So do let me know if you guys would like to see this. Potentially, would you like to see this as play by email? No idea how this would play out, but it'd be interesting. So we can see, actually, we do have Japanese defensive guns over here, then, placed. We do have a good few men there. Yeah, machine gun, artillery, machine gun, yeah. Doesn't look really quite nice. Probably the way to say it. Coastal defense guns there. Coastal defense guns over there as well. So pretty nasty. We have Mansfield, Kimberley, Laws. Okay. Washington over here. South Dakota, Indiana, Massachusetts, and Alabama. Huh. That is has some impressive levels of firepower there. I'll go ahead and take a look at the other beaches over here. Oh, we have the Brits over here as well. So we have HMS Howe over here. Idaho, Mississippi, New Mexico, Nevada, and Tennessee. Birojima. Very nice. That's quite a large beach over there. Thank you for watching, man. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll probably see more of this as well. I might have to take a look at the campaigns in the east, or even potentially west as well. I'll see what there's available. What do we have over here in terms of sports? We have the King George V over here as well. HMS King George. North Carolina, West Virginia, Maryland, Colorado, and California. So that is a lot of support available here for the beaches. We have the LCTs over here. Fire ability, okay. Interesting. It's good to know there, Ray, so glad you enjoyed it, man. But yeah, maybe a play by email would be interested. You can imagine just the sheer scale of this. I mean, this is 195 turns, so it'd go through many days, many nights, and yeah, whereabouts are the objectives here? Oh, so this is all worth... Yeah, there's all objectives over here, then, so that's good to know. I wonder if the objectives change per day to day. What's this, objectives? Okay, there we go. Let's see if I zoom out here. Yeah, so these look like objectives over here. So, taking the mountain over there is worth quite a bit, but I can imagine that would be hell to fight in. Where's the main ones? Right. I like those objectives all over here, that's quite nice. Opens up play, I suppose you could say. So these towns and villages are worth actual points, which is good. 100 there. 400 over here for the town of... Kagoshima would be quite nice. Is that I know 40% destroyed. Oh, that's interesting. So 40% of the city has been destroyed pre-X day. That's cool. Yeah, so that's quite nice. You can actually see the objectives are quite... Yeah, marked fairly well. How much is Nagasaki worth? Is Nagasaki on here? I don't think Nagasaki is on here, actually. It doesn't seem like it. I wonder how far the objectives go, man. So there are objectives really quite far inland, but I suppose it just ends at some point, just because it's just, you're not likely to reach that. But there we go. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and let me know what you think. Comment down below if you'd like to see more, and until next time, goodbye for now. Remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel, like the video as well, that's always good. Comment down below, let me know what you thought, and potentially consider becoming a patron of mine. That definitely does help out. It does help to pay for new titles as well to bring to the channel. Until next time, thank you for watching, goodbye for now.